We have more to get to, including even more tense clashes between protesters and federal agents in Minneapolis. One incident in the spotlight showing demonstrators confronting officers and the nation's Border Patrol commander, who was then seen throwing a gas canister into the crowd. All of this as Vice President JD Vance heads to Minneapolis today. NBC's Maggie Vespa joins us with the very latest on this one. Maggie, good morning.
Chanel, good morning. The vice president traveling here today to meet with ICE officers and, quote, reinforce the White House's unwavering support. That's according to a White House official. And it comes, as you point out, as tensions soar here on the ground. One of the latest clashes involving one of the most prominent figures in the Trump administration's immigration crackdown. That is Border Patrol commander right there, Gregory Bovino, throwing a canister into an angry crowd of protesters yesterday after warning those protesters multiple times that it was gas. Now, DHS says this all started because officers, including Bovino, were going gas station to gas station in the area trying to use a bathroom that they kept getting turned away, the agency said, and that a group of protesters, in their words, started to stalk them. They say a clash happened and the situation devolved to that. Meanwhile, another major flashpoint on the ground here, a local school district who's sounding alarms. They say about 4 of their students taken into ICE custody, including a 5-year-old boy who they say was detained with his father in the family's driveway. The district alleges that another adult in the home begged agents to leave the child with them, but that the agents refused. NBC News reached out to DHS about this overnight for comment. They didn't respond to us, but the agency did tell the Washington Post that their policy is to ask parents if they want to be removed with their children or be placed with a person designated by the parent. And all of this comes as the administration now appears to be, or is, expanding their immigration operations to the state of Maine, calling that one Operation Catch of the Day, and stressing there, like they have done here in Minneapolis, that they're apprehending, in their words, the worst of the worst criminals. Guys.
All right, Maggie, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.